Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of NieR Automata. So, we completed the... Let's get there. We completed the last of the towers. I can't remember what the towers were called. They had a specific name, and I don't remember what that was now. So we had to do the three resource something or others to get into the main tower, which we've done now. So now we're going to head into the main tower. Are there going to be enemies down here again? I hope not. So I'm assuming we've got to do this first. Get all these subunits done. Then we'll be into the main tower.
Hello, and thank you for choosing Tower System Services. We apologize for the inconvenience, but locks on each sub-unit must be deactivated.
Okay. I thought when they turned white I was good, apparently not. Apparently when they turn white, that just means I can hack them. Well, that one was easy. Okie dokie. Now,
Congratulations, you've unlocked all of the sub-units. That means a special prize is waiting for you inside the tower. Look forward to serving you.
yeah, I don't trust that.
Alert. Enemy caution level rising. Cause is most likely concerned over Unit 9S gaining access to tower.
Out of my way!
Can you dodge? I was pressing dodge so much then, and he was just getting absolutely wailed on.
Damn it! They won't stop coming!
Alert. Allied signal detected.
Allies?
Oh, it's Devler and Popola.
You?
9S, we've been expecting you. The two of us will take things from here. You need to open the door to the tower.
Devila? Popola? What are you doing here?
Remember your promise?
What are you talking about?
Come on, 9S. Hack in while you can.
None of this makes any sense!
We'll explain everything once we're inside.
Devler and Popola are still ridiculously strong, though. No cutting through those enemies quicker than I
We've
was.
got this, 9S. You just focus on hacking.
I haven't stopped since you told me to. Can't believe I got that one without getting hit. Okay.
What's this barrier?
Analysis. It is part of a closed defensive system.
Well, how do I break it down?
Hypothesis. Unit 9S could permit its self-consciousness data to lose control. The resulting energy surge has an acceptable probability of temporarily paralyzing the barrier.
That's almost as bad as not going in at all!
What happened?
It's the barrier.
Popola!
No, don't! You can't do anything! The wall's got a self-closing
Enough!
algorithm!
Devil and I, we have to atone for our sins no matter what!
But if you do that, your circuits will...
Devil! Right.
Devila!
I hope you don't regret this.
I still find it weird that Devil and Popola seem... They want to repent for their sins, even though it wasn't their sins. It was the sins of a different version of them, of their model, or at least that's what they said. Alert. Data records discovered for units Devila and Popola. Do you wish to open the data now? Yes, let's open it now. Let's have a quick look. A dusty wind kissed my cheeks. Buried in sand, we press forward one step at a time. We have nowhere else to go after all. Because our models, the Devila and Popola models, are defective. Record. Transitions in the project's initial phase. When first we woke, there were still people. They had flesh, egos, emotions, souls, and they issued us a single order. Function as observers of Project Gestalt. See, first time I played this, I didn't know anything about Project Gestalt, but now I've played NieR Replicant, I know more about it. This is the sole mission of the twin Devila and Popola models. It is the only reason we exist at all. We were the latest model, though many companions shared our appearance. There was a sparkle in all of our eyes, a sense of pride at having been entrusted with humanity's future. And yes, there was anxiety as well. But we existed as a pair. We shared a destiny's burden as a pair, and because of that, all hesitation was swept away. Each pair was given their own cities as observation areas. We were ordered to guide the replicants with our own hands, all for the sake of the promised time that would one day arrive. We were the only ones who could handle such a duty. We were observers, after all. Ah, watch out. Devila staggers and falls in the soft yet unforgiving sand. I hurry to her side and sigh with relief when I find she's not seriously hurt. Are you alright? Sorry, sis. Guess I spaced out there for a bit. She smiles, the same wry smile I know so well, as she rubs absently at her leg. It is wrapped in a white bandage. Your bandage is coming undone. Here, let me change it. It's alright, Popola. Come on, we have to go before we lose the light. We won't be going anywhere if sand gets into that thing. Now quit whining and hold still. I'll be quick. Devila grunts and turns away. I take it as consent. Soon we are resting in the shade of a nearby rock as I pull the bandage free. Artificial skin torn and bloodied peeks out from beneath the bandage. Judging by Deviler's current lack of ambulatory control, I imagine the circuitry underneath has been damaged as well. Taking a deep breath, oh god, I gotta pick what I'm doing. Check the circuitry and see if it can be repaired. No, we've got to check the circuitry and see if it can be repaired. As expected, wiring in the nerve circuitry has been damaged. Replacing it will require new connectors as well as some tools, none of which is easy to find in a desert. Sorry about this, sis, mutters Deviler. That wry smile again. It kills me every time. Don't you dare apologise, I respond. You've done nothing wrong. I calmly change the bandage, trying not to let my worry show. I make it as tight as possible so no sand can slip inside. It's all I can do until I get the proper materials. But that's going to be a tall order considering our current condition. I'm sorry, sister. Okay, now you're apologising. We both apologise while insisting the other's apology isn't necessary. It's kind of funny in a way, such a trivial exchange under such circumstances. We laugh together, the sound echoing out across the desert before being stolen by the cool evening wind. Report regarding the increase in relapses. There has to be some way to prevent relapses. Deviler's sharp voice echoes through our private quarters. You must be quiet, sister. The replicants will hear. Pff. They wouldn't understand even if they did. That might be true, but regardless. Annoyed at my hesitation, Deviler crosses her legs and scowls. The black scrawl took another victim, she says. That's 3 this month. It's spreading way too fast. Let's wait and see what happens. I'm tired of hearing you say that. Her shout makes me jump, just a little, but enough for her to notice. Seeing that, her eyes suddenly open wide. I'm sorry, sis. It's not your fault. I shouldn't have lashed out like that. It's okay, I understand. It's all going wrong. You can feel it too, right? When I was first assigned to Project Gestalt, I was over the moon with pride. But now, my chest hurts just to think about it, if it were to fail. Before we knew it, the replicants had gained a sense of self, and the black scrawl started raging out of control. It moved fast. So fast. Like a wind. Popola and I would go to the observation room and act like it was all okay. We'd talk to the replicants as if we didn't have a care in the world, but at night we'd just hold each other and share the horror of it all. I'm glad you're with me, murmurs Popola. I couldn't have handled being an observer all alone. We were able to endure because we had each other, I replied softly. Did the humans see this coming? Is that why they made a twin model? Were they really so clever? Were they really so cruel? I couldn't have done this by myself. I would have descended into madness. I simply couldn't bear such a burden all alone. When I get the chance, I'm going to try contacting another city, she says. Maybe these abnormalities are a localized phenomenon. I pray that's the case, I reply. Even if we're of no use ourselves, things will work out if the other observers can pull through. Don't worry, it's going to be okay. But it wasn't okay. Nothing was okay. All thanks to a pair of Deviler and Popola models from another town. The wind rubs my cheeks, the sand grazes my skin. It's grown cold out here. We walk with renewed purpose, hoping to make up for lost time. Deviler loses her balance every now and then. It gets bad after a while. I slip myself under her arm so she won't fall again as we press on. Is your leg alright? Well, I doubt I'll be dancing anytime soon, but yeah, it's fine. She smiles and she says this. She smiles as she says this, but I can tell she doesn't have much left. And yet she continues to smile. All so I won't worry. I remember when our resistance allies injured her leg. I was furious, beyond fury. I wanted to scream and cry and lose myself in it. But then she smiled, and all of that rage just drifted away. To think we have the same face, yet such different smiles. One day I realised how she reminded me of the martyrs I'd seen in the old records. That was the day we decided to leave our town forever. Record of Project Gestalt's end. Our role as observers ended on the day Project Gestalt collapsed, all due to the actions of Deviler and Popola models from another town. With the original Gestalt lost, humanity was doomed to an inevitable extinction. Knowing this, we gathered what remaining replicant data we could find, and launched it to the surface of the moon. And though success was as unlikely as finding a lost grain of sand in the desert, we still had to attempt it. We still had to try. We were androids, you see. Protecting humanity was our instinct. Other androids, beholden to that same instinct, began to direct their hate at the Deviler and Popola models who'd snuffed out humanity. It started small, a few offhand remarks, the occasional glance. But even the smallest things have weight, and with enough of them combined, that weight eventually becomes a boulder. Emotions boiled over, remarks became jeers, and soon enough, my sister and I were the perfect target for persecution. At first, we simply accepted the fact that our friends turned on us. It was almost unavoidable, I suppose. We were observers for Project Gestalt after all. And while we didn't cause it to fail, the people who did, well, they looked just like us. So we accepted it. We took the resentment and scorn. We endured. Because as crazy as it sounds, I think we actually felt responsible. We moved from town to town in an effort to avoid persecution. But in one such town, my seemingly infinite patience finally broke. My sister Deviler met with unprovoked violence at the hands of a resistance member. She said something in response to his taunts. Something quiet. And though her words were ambiguous, he slashed her leg nearly in two. My vision narrowed, everything went red, and then she smiled at me. It's okay, sis. There's nothing we can do. But it was too late. My emotions were no longer in my control. I'm simply not strong enough to stand aside and let the most important person in the world come to harm. Deviler and I left town that same day. Violence like that wouldn't stop. It was going to happen again. And it would be coming from just one person. It wouldn't be coming from just one person. So rather than let them kill us, we ran. I guess it was the greatest resistance I could muster. We lose the sun as dark clouds gather overhead. We continue our march. A cold wind blasts us, stealing what little body heat we have left. I smell rain in the air. We continue our march. Sometimes we hear animals howling in the distance. It makes us flinch every time. But we continue our march, because even this is better than suffering at the hands of our fellow androids. Why must we suffer this persecution? I know we're the same model as the androids who doomed humanity, so I understand that part. At least a little, anyway. But at the same time, we're not them. We're not the same. We are who we are, and that Deviler and Popola are who they were. That's how I felt when I saw Deviler being hurt. I wanted to shout it at everyone. I wanted to scream. As far as I'm concerned, there's only one Deviler. And for her, there's only one me. There's only me. No one can take the other's place. Rain falls from the sky. It stimulates our sensation nerves like cold needles. We need maintenance badly, but that's a pipe dream, I suppose. No android would dare help a pair of outcasts like us. Are you cold, Deviler? I'm alright, as long as you're with me, sis. I feel the same. We press our bodies together and tried to retain heat. It's cold now, much worse than the searing heat of midday, but we just smile at each other and keep pressing on. There's another camp on the other side of the desert, a new camp. If we can just get there, I can finally fix Deviler's leg. And yet I wonder if there's anywhere on this planet that will take us. Hey, what's wrong? It's nothing, don't worry about it. I do what I can to suppress the anxiety in my chest and keep walking. The rain grows worse, it lashes at us without pause. Is this our punishment? I reach out and... let's support Deviler. As long as we have bodies to support one another, as long as I have someone with whom to share my fate, then I will press on, no matter what happens to me. Because I won't ever stop protecting her. I won't stop. No one stops. For that is the fate we twin androids have been assigned. The failure to manage the area resulted in the collapse of the collapse of the Gestalt system, which led to the decimation of the human race. Due to the discovery of its instability, the twin system was removed from future android production designs. Following the incident, the Deviler and Popola models were not dismantled. However, in order to prevent further unexpected behaviour, they underwent a memory wipe. Furthermore, they were reprogrammed to generate constant feelings of guilt. Whoa, that's harsh.
That is all that remains from their personal record during the era in which they were referred to as administrators.
I see.
Query: why do the androids Deviler and Popola seem to prefer death over surviving alone? There was a very high probability that at least one could have escaped.
I hope you never have to understand.
Affirmative. Query: why does this tower possess an entrance at all? All material transport takes place via aerial vehicles. It is irrational for an infiltration route to be so easily accessible. Hypothesis: entrance is a trap.
I imagine it is. And I'm going to make a... well, let's save it. I was debating whether or not I end the episode here. But... I won't. I'll definitely save it.
I don't care. I just have to kill them all.
And we'll head on a little bit further.
Corrupted Yorha units.
Well, we'll have to take him out then, won't we? More corrupted Yorha units? Ow!
Hello, and thank you for choosing Tower System Services. We're so pleased you've chosen to visit the tower today. Don't forget about the special prize for the guest who unlocks the last subunit in the room just ahead. You're going to love it.
I'm gonna kill you.
Who are you gonna kill? We'll kill this person. This android. They made themselves a bit of an easy target, really, but, you know. And this looks ominous.
Two B models? I'm glad I got to see you here. I truly am. I'll tear you apart. Every last one of you!
He's really got some issues at the minute. He needs to work through them. I need to start getting less enemies because I don't get a chance to really do a lot before I'm getting hit again. There's just too many of them attacking one after the other. And I can't see properly because it's dark. I need to get my health back, so I'm just gonna... oh, come on. It's like fighting shadows. Okay, well at least I got most of my health back. But I'm still getting hit, just like I can't do melee attacks because...
2B! 2B! Don't worry, I'm going to kill you now!
If I start trying to go in for melee attacks, then what happens is I get hit over and over again. Because there's just so many of them. Am I actually getting rid of them? Or just like when I kill one, does another one turn up? Because I feel like there aren't less of them. Maybe there are. Didn't even see that one. Came out of the darkness. And that one. Where'd that one come from? I need to watch my minimap, I think. Only then will I actually be able to know where they're coming from. Okay, there's definitely less of them now.
Alert. Enemies detected.
Still a few stragglers, huh?
Okay. So that is where we'll leave this episode. And next time, we will continue pressing on through the tower and see what awaits us at the top. If you enjoyed this one, hit the like button below, let me know what you thought in the comments, and join us next time for the next one.